So it has been quite a few days and the World Cup semifinals are now over. And I wanted to look at some of the results that happened in the quarterfinals leading all the way up to the final, and I'm going to make a final prediction. So in quarterfinal number 1, we had the Netherlands up against Argentina. And from the Netherlands point of view, I honestly expected a bit more. Watching the game, they literally just sat back and just held the ball the whole game. They only really woke up when they conceded the penalty to Messi. They did have that amazing last gasp free kick that got them back into the game, but at the end of the day, when you just sit back in extra time, you aren't going to get anything from it. And that was the case in this result. They didn't get anything from the game, and Argentina moved on. So in the quarterfinal number 2, and we had Croatia beating Brazil on penalties 4-2. That Neymar goal was insane. One of the best goals of the tournament, hands down. But the Croatian keeper was just too good. And at the end of the day, that's what got them the result. Now, for the quarterfinal number 3, we had England up against France. In my honest opinion, England should have got something from this game. They were the better team. Mind you, the only chances they actually got were the penalties. So I'm kind of contradicting myself saying that, but I still believe that they were the better team. But at the end of the day, France showed what France always shows, and they got through. Maybe with a stroke of luck with a Harry Kane penalty. But yeah, France go through, and we move on to quarterfinal number 4. And this game, honestly, was kind of how you'd expect it to go. They could have played this game for a whole year, and Portugal would never have scored. They never really looked like scoring, except for the Pepe header. And yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo bows out of what's most believed to be his last World Cup. So in semifinal 1, we had the Argentines up against the Croatians, and the Croatians just turned over for them. The penalty, in my opinion, was a bit soft, and if I'm being honest, that penalty completely swung the whole balance of the game. And it's unfortunate because Croatia looked good until the penalty went in, and then, as I said earlier, they just turned over. So yeah, Argentina ended up winning that pretty comfortably 3-0, and they move on to the World Cup final. Now, France versus Morocco. I think most people predicted this result. France ended up taking it 2-0. Again, kind of like the game with Portugal, how Portugal never looked like they would score. Morocco never looked like they would score either. They hit the post with the one bicycle kick, but other than that, they just never looked like they were going to get anything from this game. And they go to the third place match. France are in this World Cup final for the second time in a row. For the third place match, we have Croatia against Morocco. This game is either going to be a 1-0 win for either of the team. They score early, or it's going to go straight to pens, 0-0. But in my honest opinion, I think Croatia win this game, either if it goes to penalties or if it's through full time. I just see this one kind of being a bit boring, but you never know, they may surprise. And for the World Cup final, we have Argentina up against France, Messi versus Mbappe. Now with Argentina, my personal thoughts on them going into this final is, other than the scare against Netherlands and the opening game against Saudi Arabia, I honestly don't think they've been tested. Mexico sat back against them. Poland literally did nothing against them. Australia, they did more than those two teams, but let's be honest, Australia weren't getting anything. The goal was deflected in. They didn't really have any pressure on the Argentina defense, and when they did, they looked shaky. The Netherlands, when they decided to go forwards and use their height, they actually got 2 goals from it, but then they sat back and got nothing from the game. And Croatia, they just kind of passed it around, didn't really test their back line. I don't think their defense is that great. They also haven't been tested, so stepping up from Croatia to France may be a bit of a struggle for them. Can Messi carry them to a win? Yes, he definitely can. But do I think Argentina will win the World Cup final? Personally, no. I think this one is either going to be a close, cagey affair that is just barely taken over the line by France, or it's going to be a complete blowout, as in 3 goals plus for the French. I'd say the only way that Argentina can beat France in this final is, 1, abuse the fact that Messi has been unreal this tournament, and they have to shut down the wingers and the midfield. That is easier said than done, but I think that's their only route to success in this final. But in my opinion, I think France take it. And yeah, there you have it. Those are my predictions for the remaining games of the FIFA 22 World Cup, and let's see what happens.